Thank y'all for 400 subs. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it plowing. What's good? So today we're talking about Marvel Rivals. I want to share all my opinions and stuff, but talk about some of like the controversies and stuff going on before I give my opinions and stuff. So first off, we're going to talk about Blizzard and the Overwatch team and stuff kind of just crying and pissing about the game.
Not the best.
They're all kind of very salty that this game is actually doing well. And when it released, or when it was about to release, the former Blizzard president made a tweet saying that Black Widow is a clone of Widowmaker, even though Black Widow has been, there for 50 more years. It was created in 1957 or something like that. And yeah, so I don't know how it can be a clone there. I love the joke that Marvel Rivals did, making her a sniper. I think that's the biggest middle finger and FU to Blizzard, because she is a way older character, so there's no copying there. It's just ironic that she is a sniper as well. I think it's kind of like the Deadpool situation, the Slade and Wade Wilson copy and Deathstroke. I think it's just hilarious and a big middle finger. I love that post that the guy, the Blizzard CEO or Blizzard, president, his thing got community noted, his tweet, and it said exactly that Widow was made 50 years after Black Widow. So that was hilarious. More cope comes from Mike Ibarra. I think he's the head of Activision, and he says that Marvel Rivals Overwatch clone and straight out of China, and this and that, and they're copying with Widowmaker, and they're basically just coping. Everyone at Activision and Blizzard is just mad that this game's doing well and that everyone loves the game because it's actually fun, and they don't want competition in their market because they've been able to just scam everyone with Overwatch, and now that they can't scam and they actually have to make a good game, it's very frustrating. So now that we're done with the bitching and complaining with the Wambulance over at Activision, we're going to talk about some of the controversies, I guess, the biggest controversy within the game currently. Queuing and roles have been the biggest, I guess, controversy or talk of the game currently. Everyone's has their own opinion and has been arguing, and a lot of people want role queue in the game, a lot of people don't. I think this post right here sums it up well, and I think that it would be a great addition, making it cap at 3 duelists where you can't have any more, forcing people to have at least, some sort of unique play within teams. I think that they could have added more healers or vanguards to make this issue a bit better. I think that could have, strayed away from the problems, because there's 18 duelists, right? There's a lot of people to pick from and a lot of great heroes in that part. And I think that adding more variety at healer and vanguard or healer and tank could have maybe potentially swayed that differently or changed it. Like if you had at least like 12 of each, like vanguard and healer, it could have maybe been a bit different, but at the same time, I don't know. A lot of people just stray away from healing, which has kind of been the biggest problem. Most games you get in, you'll have one healer maybe. Like everyone just wants to play tank, or not even tank, everyone just wants to play DPS, which has kind of been the biggest problem that the game's currently having. And I like the idea of capping it at 3 DPSs, which forces you to, play other roles and do other stuff. Forces you to probably have at least one healer every game, which I wouldn't mind. I know that I've been stuck playing healer a lot. I don't mind it. Like, the healers are pretty fun in the game. It's just that no one, everyone has a perceived notion of healer, so it kind of goes wrong, I guess. But yeah, I think that's been the biggest issue, is queuing and roles, which I would make sense why everyone wants role queue, and I understand that, because it is annoying when either you're the only healer or you only have one healer, and that healer's just working overtime trying to heal everyone. They're trying to get damage as well, and it doesn't work on the team because you're not getting heals, and it's just an unfortunate situation, which I understand why people want role queue. But I don't think it necessarily needs role queue to survive. I think they just need to maybe cap it or make it, you have to have at least, this or that. There's different things you can work around. It's just, that is probably the biggest issue within the game right now, is that everyone thinks and wants to just be the DPS and go do that. But, you can't always have that, right? But it is what it is, I guess. Now with all the like biggest dramas and stuff out of the way, I want to talk about my opinions about the game and give my honest thoughts and review, I guess. I got diamonds on my chain, your bitch giving me some. The game is awesome. It's lots of fun. There's so many unique play styles that are just very interesting. Like even within like a melee type character, you've got melee tanks to have melee damages. It's just they all play differently too. Like going from what's his name, Black Panther to Magic, who are both melee people, to Iron Fist. They all play very differently, all have very different, abilities and stuff. And I think that's what makes this game pretty awesome, is the uniqueness even within said like roles and sub roles within roles. I think the healing is awesome. I know that we have an issue currently with healers and no one wanting to play it, but I think that they're actually really awesome and that they could do a great job of adding more into the future. I think that there's a lot of potential characters who could be added as healers, and I hope that they just add more and they don't just keep adding DPSs, because we badly need more healers, like I said, to maybe potentially fix that issue, because the healers are awesome. They're not just healers and they're to only heal. A lot of them can do serious damage and are decent DPSs to, run with, right? They're fun. Like, ask people who main healers. They're having great times. Like, I'm having a great time playing healers. Sometimes I don't want to play healer, shy away. I want to play DPS every now and then, but I enjoy playing healer most of the time. It is a real fun and real great treat, and it's not like most other games where, being healer sucks. Oh man, I gotta be healer, this or that. It's actually a really great time playing healer. The tanks are pretty awesome. I love the characters. It's just tanks in this game haven't resonated with me. It's probably a me issue or a skill issue. I'm not sure, but I just haven't played much tank. They haven't been too much fun to me. If you're a tank main or, you really love tanks, let me know down below. Like maybe, again, it's probably just a me issue. I haven't clicked with them yet. I don't know what it is, but they are very interesting and have a lot of unique characteristics and things added into them. Now, the biggest question that everyone's talking about as well is that, oh, this is just an Overwatch clone. Yes and no. It is, because it follows the exact same style, but at the same time, Overwatch was a clone of Team Fortress 2, so, how much can you say and put that into the game and to bring it down, right? So you can't really just say Overwatch clone, bad. It's actually so much fun, and they do take different stylistic things and different parts in certain modes and certain things, and all the characters are completely different. They do have certain similarities, like you could go on Psylocke, and she's kind of like Genji, but also kind of like Sombra, right? So there's characters who are somewhat similar or take on certain characteristics of certain characters, but aren't completely one-to-one copies. Like the only, I guess, one-to-one copy you could say is Hawkeye, but that's just because he has a bow, and Hanzo has a bow, right? So that's the only really thing you could say. But other than that, there aren't really any one-to-one copies. Sure, some people have certain abilities that are similar, but they have so much in their kit that it just makes them completely different. And I love the mixing of different things and not making characters as one-dimensional as Overwatch. A lot of the characters there, they've got one tricks and they're just that thing only, right? Like Genji's just straight dashing and swords and that, but in here you'll have a character who is partly that, but partly something else. Or you'll have someone who is kind of similar to this, but then also kind of similar to that, which I think makes the game, in turn, much more fresh and much more different and a lot more awesome and fun to play. It makes each character feel unique in their own way and makes them feel great to play. So while there are a lot of similarities and a lot of stuff that are the same, I wouldn't just say Overwatch clone and that's it and move on. I would say Overwatch somewhat clone or Overwatch adjacent, but not necessarily just a straight up clone, copy and paste. I also love the roster currently. They have a great arrangement and assortment of different characters, from more obscure to lesser known to the mainstream MCU people. They have a lot of characters for all sorts of fans. And from the leaks that we're getting, like Blade and, potentially other characters that could come in, it's looking like it could be a amazing roster with a lot of awesome people to come. I also want to touch on this really quick. I saw a very minute group of people talking about the lack of diversity and stuff, and I think they probably just saw the cover and said lack of diversity, and that's it, because the game is insanely diverse. You've got a lot of different characters from a lot of different heritages. I think that's how you say it. Magneto's Jewish. Scarlet Witch is Romani, I'm pretty sure. And if Quicksilver comes in, that's another one, right? You have, Russians. You have Black Panther and Storm, who are black. You have Namor, who's based on, more Aztec native kind of, ish there. You have Luna Snow, who's Asian. I think there's other Asian characters as well. I think this Iron Fist is Asian, because it's a different version of Iron Fist. You have actual just aliens, like from outer space. You have gods from all sorts of different, things. You've got women, you have men, you have a raccoon and a shark. So I think there is not any sort of lack of that diversity at all. Like, it really baffles me that anyone could even just spew that out about this game. There is no lack of diversity whatsoever. So if you're saying that, just get out of here. Don't look at the roster and then tell me that again. And if you can seriously straight up tell me that again, that there's some sort of lack of diversity with looking at the roster, then you're completely bonkers. I think the team-ups are also very interesting and very unique, and I love how they differ. Like Cloak and Dagger and Moon Knight, it's like you press Y and Moon Knight can go invisible, versus Groot and two of the healers like Shark, Jeff the Shark, and Rocket Raccoon. They ride on top of Groot. Or you have the team-up with Hulk and Wolverine, where Hulk throws Wolverine. Or you've got Luna Snow and what's his name? Namor, where he throws down his octopuses and they can turn into a frozen octopus that slightly freezes the characters, right? I love the difference in the team-up characteristics and how they differ from characters, how it's not just, you press B and you guys do something together. It actually changes an ability or changes something. I love the uniqueness of that and how it changes from character to character and from team up to team up, and how interesting that they can be and how much of a difference they can make in certain situations, but also how bad they can go in certain situations, right? And it's awesome, and I love it. Now, it is December 10th today, so they did give out a new patch notes today, which is good to hear that they are already working on the game, and they love that a lot of people are playing it. I think they made out a tweet being like, thank you guys for 10 million players already. I love that. That's good, and I love the support. There's leaks about new characters. I think I said that already. I hope that there is some characters that I would love to be in there. I know Iceman would be awesome. More representation because he's gay. Blade, again, more representation. I think Deadpool is rumored to be in it. I would love Ghost Rider or Doctor Doom to be in it. There's a lot of characters that would just be perfect for this game, and I hope it just continues to smash out characters and keep putting in awesome work into this game. And I hope they balance it very well as well. But, we can only hope. It's really fun right now. I think that it has an aspect of, like, everyone is super OP, but not super OP. So it kind of balances each other out at this point. And it makes it interesting and makes that fun, because sometimes you're getting pissed off that certain characters are super OP, but then the next game you're using a super OP character, so then, it's like, it kind of bounces each other out. But yeah, overall, I think my thoughts are very positive, and the game's been a blast to play. It's been really fun to play with my friends, and I think most of the benefits outweigh the negatives. The queuing, like I said, is a real big issue, and sometimes can lose you games, but overall, the gameplay is really fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Because it is fun sometimes to just babysit everyone and be the soul healer, trying your best to keep everyone alive. It's a bit stressful, but it's worth it sometimes. It's pretty fun. It makes certain games a lot more intense than they should be, but I think it's awesome. Yeah, so game's pretty good. I think you should go try it. It's definitely pretty fun. If you like Overwatch and you like superheroes, I think you'll like it. If you like superheroes, you'll definitely like it. And, if you like new games or free games, you'll probably like it. But, yeah, I've been Chief Costa. This has been me reviewing and talking about all the stuff within Marvel Rivals. Let me know if you guys want more videos talking about this. But, yeah, it's been lots of fun talking and playing, and I hope that it can continue this because I love this game so far, and I love a lot of the unique stuff that goes on with it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below again. Tell me how you've been enjoying this. Tell me who your main is. I'll tell you my mains. If I'm playing DPS, I like Magic and Moon Knight and Namor. Those are my three that I really love playing. I feel like I get crapped on playing Magic all the time, but when she works, man, she works. She's so fun. And then I play heals. I like Jeff, Adam Warlock, depending on the game, or Cloak and Dagger, depending on the game. But yeah, those are all kind of my mains so far. Let me know yours, and yeah, peace out.